Hi, hi everyone. This is a double response because I haven't actually responded yet to Dereck's thread, and also BigStar's latest thread. I haven't responded to it yet. It hasn't been up that long, I guess. But yeah, I just thought let's put those two together. I wanted to reply earlier, but right now it's quiet here. But the last couple of days, um, two apartments below me, they've been renovating. It's being sold, and there was a lot of noise, a lot of drilling and hammering. So um, recording a video when they were doing that would have been, you know, just insane. So I'm quickly going to answer these because Dereck's thread, first of all, I tried to, in my head, think of an answer, but it went all over the place. I just couldn't find a correct answer. It might be because I'm not originally English speaking and I don't live in an English speaking country where you actually have to be able to put sentences together quite easily. So I'm just going to give it pretty short. So I hope you don't mind, Dereck. Have you learned any valuable life lessons from music? And another side question of that was, is music entertainment or is it more than entertainment? Um, I think it is at times entertainment, but within the entertainment thing, it can also be more. Um, when I listen to something that a lot of people just consider bubblegum pop or whatever, it makes me feel good. And just entertaining music doesn't make you feel good. So I think it's more than just entertainment, even though some of the music I listen to is pure entertainment. Um, yeah, obviously the more difficult music is already, much more than just entertainment. About the valuable life lessons, I don't think music on its own has taught me life lessons. It's a combination um, of books, music, art, um, films, and society that changes the way you look at certain things. I know the best the biggest change in my life was when I first got introduced to punk rock and actually Dead Kennedys more specifically. Um, I had been listening to the Sex Pistols and Exploited, and I thought that was fun. That was just good, angry music. But I don't know if I ever really saw the message in there. Even though they probably had, especially the Exploited. Um, and then someone, I don't know, it was on at school, I'm sure of that. I got into a little talk about music, and I mentioned I like punk, and the guy asked what. I explained the two bands I just mentioned, and he said, no, it ain't punk. I'm going to give you some real punk. And he gave me a cassette tape filled with music from the Dead Kennedys. And being Dutch, the lyrics kind of fly over me. But in this instance, with Yellow Biafra's lyrics, it makes you listen. It makes you, first of all, listen, like, what kind of crazy stuff is he ranting on about? And when you do that, you find out what he is talking about. And he wasn't just attacking, political figures. He was also attacking the punk scene. He was basically saying just, act normal, if that is the case, and be yourself, and don't create another type of person for yourself. Especially a song like Halloween, where it's basically saying like you know, all you people who are dressing up for Halloween, you know, you just do it once a year. You know, just why? So maybe that's a life lesson I learned from punk music. Besides, obviously, also sort of forming my political views, but that's another story at all. So yeah, just be yourself, and you shouldn't give a shit what other people think of you. So that's a life lesson I think I've learned from punk. I hope it's a good one. And Big Star had a thread on the vinyl community. To what extent and how has the vinyl community changed you? It has changed me a lot. When I started doing videos like a year and a half ago, I started doing the vinyl videos. I did them because of Mr. Hall of Fame, Dan Spellerine, and ever since more people got involved, it has changed me more and more. A lot of people are showing records. A lot of them are records that when I see them, I want them. You know, I want those records. Before I started doing the videos, I think I had one prog album, and that was Aphrodite's Child 666. Right now I have most records by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I got a couple of Genesis albums. I've got a lot of, I just started doing this for the last couple of months, buying prog. It's growing, and I wouldn't have bought prog if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have bought even Tangerine Dream music if it wasn't for you, even though I liked krautrock before I started doing these videos. There's a lot of bands and artists that I picked up thanks to the vinyl community. Wilco, I probably would never have heard of them, or their music at least. Their name I knew, obviously, but their music I didn't know. You guys introduced me to so much music, and yeah, when I see a record, I automatically think like, oh, wait a minute, that's something that particular person likes. You know, why does he like it? Let's give it a shot. It's affordable. Let's do it. Let's take a gamble on that particular record. So that's basically the extent of being more records. And not just that, it's not the same as a friendship where you go out and hang out together and have a beer or whatever. That's not the same yet, but it's close. I mean, I consider you guys my vinyl community friends, and I really hope to meet most, if not all of you at one point, and just, you know, talk about music and have fun. It's going to be very difficult because the majority of you guys, you're in the US, and there's people in Australia, Fred, Sweden, Denmark, the UK, Austria, Belgium, Brazil recently. So it's all over the place, and you know, meeting up will be a task, but I do hope one day that I'll be able to meet most of you guys. So I wouldn't have had that feeling before the vinyl community. There's a forum I go to, and it's a music forum. It's a Dutch music forum, and it's because I work most of the days. They pick the forum day to meet up. Otherwise, I'll probably would have, but I don't know. That community on the website isn't as close as this one. I'm positive about that. It's very much being in little groups. Like, you've got the punkers, you got the hip-hop fans, you got the jazz fans, you got the electronica fans. And here, most of us are fan of all those genres. We're interested in everything, and that's what I love about this community, that we don't stick in our little boxes and don't care much about what else is out there. I mean, I myself, I tend to buy a lot of different stuff. Same goes with, I think, everyone. There's not a vinyl community member out there that I only see buy one genre of music. It could be that they're buying a specific time, music from a specific time, but it's not one genre. It's mostly just various genres, and that's the cool thing about the vinyl community as well. So that's it. Hope it was a good answer. Peace.